up guys, it's Sal from House of Guy Python. So in this week's video, I'm gonna go over our first pied clutch that we had and just how they look post shed. So really excited about that clutch. And then we're also gonna go over my second pied clutch that just came out of the eggs yesterday and a couple today. So I'm really excited to show off what we got in there. So unfortunately, my male heavy season continues. I'm hoping that this season I got a lot of males out of the way, and for my next season with since I'll have a bit more genetic power coming out, or should have a bit more genetic power coming out, hopefully my females are coming. So anyways, without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Yeah, so we'll just start off with a nice simple snake here, which is just yellow belly het-pied male, unfortunately. Man, I got skunked this year on getting males, but nice little snake. Now these guys, like I said in the intro as well, they just came out of the eggs, so they're all still kind of shiny and goopy, but just a nice little male yellow belly, some nice flaming. So yellow belly het-pied, sorry. So everything will obviously be 100% het-pied, as the dad was a yellow belly pied. All right, let's move on to the next one since this isn't super exhilarating. All right, so this was the first snake out of the egg. Actually, it came out yesterday, and so this is another yellow belly het-pied male. Yeah, so another male to add, but nice tracks, and should have some really nice flaming. I think this is going to be a really nice yellow belly. The male sire of this clutch is a really nice yellow belly pied, so as you can tell in my last clutch as well, but some really nice flames. But again, nothing crazy, just a yellow belly het-pied male. Shame I didn't hit more females in this clutch, but that's been the story of my season this year. So hopefully next season I can hit some more females instead of a male heavy season like I had this year. But I've heard from a couple people that this year they had the same kind of luck, really male heavy. So anyways, that's a yellow belly het-pied male. All right, next up we have this. Another male. Wow, shocking, hey? So I'm not sure if this is a cinnamon yellow belly het-pied. I do believe it's just a cinnamon het-pied. I feel like my last clutch I had, it's really hard to tell. I mean, I obviously want to, like I always say, I want to wait until they shed at least once. 1 or 2 sheds usually helps out, but I'm not 100% sure on this, to be honest with you. It's a really nice snake. I really love cinnamon. So it's kind of like the OG of the dark genes, and I still love it. I think it's one of the nicest dark genes. It's just new stuff comes out and everyone gets excited over it, but I think cinnamon still is one of the nicest dark genes out there, in my opinion. So it could be cinnamon yellow belly or just a cinnamon het-pied male. So I'm not going to mess with this girl too much because she still has a bit of her umbilicus attached. So this is what I do believe is just a cinnamon het-pied female. Could have yellow belly once again, but we'll let it shed out, and we'll have to take a better look once her umbilicus is completely off and everything like that. I'll definitely be doing an update video, obviously. But again, that's just a cinnamon, at this point, possible yellow belly, 100% het-pied. All right, let's move on. All right, so move on to the good stuff. One of my favorites. This girl right here. So I do believe this is a cinnamon, possible yellow belly pied. I'm not too sure. If you watched my first video, I hatched another one that I did believe was a cinnamon yellow belly pied. Now I'm not too sure what to think, so I'm gonna have to ask for some opinions. Let me know what you guys think. And when these guys shed out, I'll do obviously do a post shed video, and I'll do some comparison shots of the two from both clutches. But either way, I love this girl. She has the one eye stripe on that side with the red pupil and no stripe on this side. And she has some kind of paradoxing kind of white marks on her head as well, which I found kind of cool. And just a really nice, like goldish kind of brown tone inside the saddles. So really nice female. Excited to have hatched her. And yeah, definitely one of my favorites of the clutch. But let's move on to my favorite. All right, guys. So my favorite of the clutch is this one right here, and this is a yellow belly pied, absolutely amazing oranges and blacks. This is, in my opinion, it's these types of yellow belly pieds that, you know, were crowned the nickname pumpkin pied, and you can see it in those deep oranges and amazing blacks. This guy looks exactly like his dad, just so similar. So this is going to be an amazing example and just grow into a beautiful snake. And unfortunately, like you probably just heard me say, he's exactly like his dad. I am so bummed. This whole year, I was just hoping for just at least one yellow belly pied female to hold back, and I only produced 2 this season, and both were males. So I'm super sad. The whole time I saw this guy in the egg, I was like, please, please be a female. Just absolutely gorgeous. So unfortunately, I didn't hit it this season. So I'll probably have to end up buying a yellow belly pied combo female for the future, just because I love this combo. I love yellow belly pied stuff, and this male is just absolutely gorgeous. So he'll make a nice breeder for someone else down the line. So, but I'm happy to at least have hatched something this gorgeous. This is probably my favorite snake I've hatched this season, and it's so simple. It's nothing crazy at all, but just the color and contrast between the oranges and blacks is absolutely phenomenal. So definitely one of my favorite snakes I hatched this season. He is really wily, but yeah, definitely one of my favorites. I'm trying to get him to stay still. He is ready to go. What a beauty. Alright guys, so the first one here was that cinnamon, what I believe to be yellow belly het pied. So the more I looked at them online, the more I do believe that this one is a cinnamon yellow belly het pied, just based upon the pattern, the floating alien heads, and that really nice kind of pixelation near the bottom of the belly there, and just the overall yellow on the side of the belly. So really nice female. Again, I really love cinnamon stuff, so it's one of my favorite darker genes, as I've said before. But nice cinnamon yellow belly het pied female. All right, next girl to shed was this female here, which I do believe is just a straight pied female. Nice dark neck. Not seeing any yellow belly influence as far as I can tell anyway. It doesn't really look like a yellow belly pied to me, so just a straight nice pied female who will become available when she's established. So I just love pieds. I'm super excited to have hit at least 3 in my first clutch, and you know, out of such a small sized clutch, it's great to hit mostly pieds from a visual to het. So just a nice pied female. All right, so next up that shed is this little yellow belly pied male. Really nice yellow belly pied male. A little high white for my liking, but you can really see that those dark oranges and nice yellows coming through, and that little bit of pattern that he does have, as well as some nice orange near his tail there. So this guy will also be available once he's established, as I already have a yellow belly pied as the sire to this clutch. But just a nice yellow belly pied male. I love how the neck pattern connects on these yellow belly pieds. Super nice. But yeah, it's a nice little boy. And my absolute favorite of the clutch is this girl here. So I do believe this is a cinnamon yellow belly pied. It could just be a cinnamon pied too. You have to keep in mind, you know, a lot of the time when I'm doing these videos, sometimes I'll just say my opinion. Everything I'm saying is always in my opinion. You know, I'm not 100% right. There's no way I could be. I'm guessing on a lot of this stuff. Most of the stuff that I care about is if I'm selling it, which I'll always put possible if I'm not 100% sure. On stuff I'm keeping, I'm just gonna take my best guess because it doesn't matter. But I do believe this is gonna be a cinnamon yellow belly pied. If not, I truly lucked out this season and somehow produced out of both clutches produced two cinnamon pieds that look absolutely different from one another, and both have white lips. It seems to me like a lot of the straight cinnamon pieds on Morph Market just have a straight cinnamon looking head. There is no white lips, there's none of this really dark saturated saddle right here, stuff like that. But again, these are just guesses. I'm not saying for sure, but a nice cinnamon pied female. Alright guys, so that's it for this week. Sorry about the longer video. I was trying to figure out if I should break this video up into 2 parts. I just figured that just showing off the first pied clutch, the post shed video in one shot would just be really short video. There wouldn't be too much content in there, so I figured I'd group them together and keep this video extremely long. So for those of you who stuck around, I really appreciate it. I hope everyone's having an awesome weekend and a terrific season so far. And yeah, anyways, stay positive and focused, and we'll see you guys next week.